Well, I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera, but that is borderline snowflakes. Wet. Just on that border between snow and rain. Well, we'll see what the day has in store. Cheers, gang. Okay, what I'm debating is we're going to move that old four-wheeler in this shed here. I saw the other day the tarp was all shredded on it in the wind. It's a few years old. But now that the boat's not in here, we can actually wheel it in and park it in nice and dry. I think we'll do that. Wish the rain would let up. Let's wait till the rain pauses a bit, and then we'll make a run for it. The four-wheeler's back there behind the propane tank, and we'll go ahead and roll it all in. And just park it right here, safe and sound. That's the plan. In the meantime, let's warm up a little bit. It is cold out today. Let's just take a look here. The rain is just on the edge of becoming snow. Actually, I wish we would just flip to snow. Alright, here's the mission. We gotta get this old beast. She's been a good old girl. Let's get her off the, how's the tires? Oh, those... Okay. Yeesh. A little soft there. Anyway, if we can get it to roll, let's get her in the shed. She's off the blocks. She ran. Okay. This might actually work. Those tires are hurting. Not happy. Well, as Bon Jovi would say, we're halfway there. Best place for this. Actually, maybe the way I had it. Yeah, let's do that. Haha! I like it. I like it. Yeah, it works. In here nice and safe, we can work on it. Maybe get this good old girl operational. 1987 Suzuki Quad Runner. Spin around. Some nails. Not quite, eh? Not a typical cinder block. I might have to cut that. Eek. No thanks. Scratch that plan. Sun's starting to pop out, buddy. Alright, we have another job we're going to go do. This is for the Jenny box. When you lift this lid, it's fairly heavy. It's not bad for me, but it's a bit much for the kids or for Michelle, so we added this cable in here which holds it just at the right angle. However, it snapped. So we're going to put another one in there. Just trying to remember what tools I had. So I just need a adjustable wrench and we'll be good to go. Cool. Alright. I'll get that. Good morning. Well, it's Thursday today, November 20th, and we got a little dusting of snow last night. There's a little bit left in the peaks of the ridgeline behind us there. I'm looking at the weather. They're calling for a little bit of a mix of rain and snow, but gaps. So I'm hoping we can get out. There's two trees I've had my eye on for a while. They're a good size. They're both leaning deadfall or windfall, but they're not all the way on the ground yet. So that's a sweet spot. They should be in good shape otherwise. So we'll see if we can scramble out there, get them down, cut them up, and help with that firewood supply. What is that? What do you see? Get him. That's a boy. Get that bird. All right, rain has stopped, at least for now. I'm going to refill our bucket. So we got some water for tonight. A little overcast again. birch bark around. It's a great starter. Hey, my man. Happy Blue Jays. Hey, 3 bars. All right. 70-ish watts going out. 110 watts coming in. Always a good sign. Sun's helping. Well, before we get into cutting wood, as far as going back in the bush, we're going to bring some in. Our supply is getting a little low there. So it's all prepped on that rack. Let's get some. Rain has started again. That's okay, we're getting little bits done here and there. We'll get the fire on. Love that. Let's go check the water tower. Had a few showers and a few loads of dishes since we last filled this guy. Let's go see how he's doing. About 300 liters ish, 350. Ah, well, got enough sun today that I can probably go ahead and fill that. We need the generator initially to start the jet pump, and then once it's going, turn the Jenny off, just rely on the batteries. However, we'll have to see if the sun comes out a little bit more than that. Alright, well, it's raining a bit here still. Rather than head to the bush right now, let's finish that job with the generator cable that we had on that lid. Hate to leave too many projects half done, so let's see if we can finish this one up. We're kind of protected from the rain for the most part here. So we want it to rest right about there. Let's use a gas can. So if we tighten this up to that point, we should be good. All right. You know what? It's going to flex a bit. Let's give it a bit more. You seen this all right? Looks melted. Just kidding. Aliens. Okay. Alright gang, so the cable heads up and around the strut here. Comes down and loops through here. Hopefully take as much tension off this connection as possible. Now I know the old adage, never saddle a dead horse, so the saddle part should be facing this way, but then I won't be able to easily get at those bolts. It's not a life-threatening thing, so let's bend the rules a little bit for this one. One behind. Gather our two cables here. Let's saddle it this way. Hoping the improvement on the design this time, based on what we learned in the past, was rather than having that in here taking the stress of every time the lid opened and closed, well, particularly open, that's where the pull happened. We got a few loops through the structure, and then having it, I'll cut that excess off, but having it looped out here. So let's remove the gas can and see how this works. First of all, we'll close the lid. Take the gas can down. Try this. Please, baby. Oh, yes. Perfect angle. Just past the pivot point. Not so far that it's putting huge stress on. Accounting for a little bit of stretching that's going to happen on that cable. I'm happy with that. Just makes it so much easier. You go to grab it, and down she comes. Up we go, and you've got some stress taken off it. All right, knock that off the to-do list. Still raining. Stacked wood, fixed the Jenny cable, swept the garage out again. Just gotta wait for this to end. In the meantime, let's go see what we're gonna cut today. You can probably see them from here. The little trail's starting to take shape. There they are. Those two big guys. Well, big. They're not big. Huh. Also drop this dude while I'm on it. Let's see how bad it is though. Yeah. Pretty soft. Let's check these bad boys out. Two of them there. These two are leaning on this one, who's still healthy. So let's give this guy a break. Two boys off of him. So there's another one down there that fell sometime in the past, and last I checked it, it was really spongy. So we'll leave that for Mother Nature. All right, here's these two. They actually, yeah, they're solid. Good. What do you think? Bring the far one down first. When it goes, this one might actually go all by itself. All right, let's try it. Sean and I were cutting in here last year. You'll probably see a video all about cutting wood in winter. This is where we were. So the tree I cut the other day had the drone hanging sort of over the cottage. And I thought I had the right spot, the right view, but the viewing angle was pretty poor. You'll see that in the video if you haven't already. Today, there's a clearing here. Should be able to get a better shot. I wish I was good a drone pilot as James Aloff says on Wild Homestead. That guy's become a pro, and he's crashed a few times, so I don't feel bad. I've crashed a few times too. It's just a matter of practice, and he's good. James, well done. All right, while we're here, let's just double check this guy in the back. Oh yeah, mushy. All right, leave that for the forest animals. Ooh, another angler that was still alive. Okay. What's happening by accident here is we're forming a bit of a clearing. A windstorm, or maybe it was swampy here and a windstorm took a few out. And then since then, as wind comes through, it just continues to batter and bash another leaner. So what we're generating here as a byproduct is a clearing, which actually not a bad view of the water down there. Pretty close to the main cottage. Good little spot for a little tiny home or something. Even tenting here would be fun. Lots of options. Alright. Well, that's the ones we're after. I just gotta get her done. Just noticed this little leaf. That's a funky one. It's a maple leaf. But just the way it's been turning, it's got quite the blazing red camel pattern on it there. It's neat. We'll bring that back to the garage. Well, something we've not had since that French drain project is a puddle of water building up along here. Actually looks really good. Alrighty. Jenny's running. What's something we getting? Oh, half a kilowatt. It's coming. So the rain has stopped again. We're going to give everything a few minutes because we do see another cloud over there, but regardless, work between storms if we have to. So while waiting, so we go ahead and fill the tower. Let's go check on it. Tie wrapped on here pretty good. Just in there. Alright, I have a timer running inside, so it usually takes about 25 minutes if it's bone dry, and it wasn't. So probably 15 total, which means we're getting close. And that's how we tell it's full. Fairly subtle. Alright, let's go power it off. That's it. Pump is off. Now we can kill the Jenny. See that light over there? Actually, let me get a bit closer. The addition of that little light bulb has been such a big help. We're here in the cottage. The little Honda 3000 is so quiet. There we go. Michelle had planted a garden before we left. Well, she planted a garden earlier in the summer, but we left before we could harvest it. Kind of a mix of things, and one of them was potatoes. So I just started digging them up now, and we're getting some, which is amazing. Well, it's only I think our second try at a garden right here. It's certainly different doing gardening on the rock, but I'll go ahead and dig up the last few rows. That's hey, it's not nothing. Super tiny guy. A couple babies. Like tiny. But there's a few good sized ones. There we go. Nice. Way to go, Michelle. Wicked. That's the fun part of living off grid. Planting, harvesting. Eventually we're going to add hunting. Hey, a couple red ones. That's cool. Fishing. Oh, 2 more rows to go. Let's see how we do. There's some nice ones. right, that's all ready for next year. And I forget what we planted over here. The sign's gone, so let's check it out. Oh, you know what? That was a surface vegetable. So we'll leave it. Let's check these guys. Nothing there. Nope. No, whatever that was didn't take. That was tomatoes. Yeah, we show them all, obviously. That's it. Cool. Yeah, that was surface as well, I think. You don't see anything. Oh, okay. Well, all right. That's fun. Cool. We'll wash them up. That'll do. Man. Seriously. That was some cool footage, eh? That's gonna be awesome.